Chapter 108. Annihilation. Brother Nye Tien. Nye Yuro was of course unwilling to leave and shouted. Nye Tien ignored it and shouted to Zhang Yifeng, protect her. Zhang Yifeng is a third-tier alchemist, but he also has the strength of the 9th level of Yuanling, and his real combat power is still higher than Qiushan. Yes. Zhang Yifeng agreed, nodding his head heavily. He must do what Nye Tien ordered, even if it meant death. Jean de Bao also reacted at this time, knowing that it was useless for him to stay, so he could only leave first. Tang Yuyu kept a distance of hundreds of meters from Nye Tien and the others, so even Jean de Bao's demon blood volume Yuanling didn't notice her existence. Qiushan, Zhang Yifeng, Jean de Bao, Qiulinger, and Nye Yuro left quickly. Fortunately, Tang Yuyu was not interested in them and let them leave. Tang Shishan chose to stay. He had a strange feeling in his heart. He always felt that the killer in the dark made him feel inexplicable throbbing. Nye Tien knew Tang Shishan's strength, so he let him stay by default. Nye Tien. After Qiushan and the others left, Tang Yuyu's figure appeared for the first time, hidden in a black robe, exuding a cold killing intent, about 100 meters away from Nye Tien and Tang Shishan. The moment he saw Tang Yuyu, Tang Shishan's ghostly eyes flickered, and his heart throbbed inexplicably. Tang Yuyu glanced over at Tang Shishan. Although she felt strange and familiar, she didn't care. Nye Tien looked at Tang Yuyu coldly, and said in a cold voice, "You are the one who attacked me at the Xinjiang Martial Arts Association." Nye Tien was a little surprised. He didn't expect that the killer who plotted against him would be a woman, and she was still so young. Although Nye Tien couldn't see Tang Yuyu's face, judging from the voice, it should be a teenage girl. A teenage Vientiane 9th layer martial artist, this martial arts talent is amazing. Tang Yuyu's black robe trembled, raised his head slightly, and said, "Nye Tien, you managed to escape from my grasp twice. I want to see how strong you are. My strength is enough to kill you." Nye Tien looked at Tang Yuyu from a distance, and the spiritual energy around his body began to slowly come alive. Tang Yuyu shot Nye Tien twice, and both were killers. Naturally, Nye Tien would not allow such a person to live. To kill Tang Yuyu, Nye Tien had only one choice, and that was to use the 3 seals of the God of War. This time, Nye Tien didn't want to use the killing seal, but the Daimye seal. Among the 3 seals of defeating, the formidable power of Juhun Tianyin is the strongest, followed by the seal of Daimye, and the seal of killing people is the last. The seal of killing people once allowed Nye Tien to defeat Ba Xiang, who was at the 4th level of Yuanling when he was still a Yuanmai warrior. The power of the Daimye mark is more terrifying than the killer mark. Killing Tang Yuyu is enough. Arrogance. With a sneer, Tang Yuyu's expression was gloomy and cold, as if his body was covered with ice that would not melt for 1,000 years. Tang Shishan looked at Tang Yuyu, frowning slightly as if he was thinking about something. The black feathers explode. However, Tang Yuyu obviously wouldn't give Nye Tien and Tang Shishan any time to think, so he shouted softly, and a pair of black wings appeared behind him. The black wings are connected by thousands of floating black feather blades, almost unreal, exuding an extremely chilling aura. The next moment, the black wings suddenly separated from Tang Yuyu's body and flew into the air. Shwa! 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 Countless piercing whistles sounded, and countless black feather blades appeared in the air immediately, as if thousands of arrows were fired at once, and the momentum was shocking. The black feather blades came overwhelmingly, as if they could destroy a world in the next moment. What a powerful martial skill! Nye Tien's heart sank and he was slightly shocked when he felt Wu Yu's majestic aura. Such a large-scale martial skill is enough to destroy an army in an instant. Protect yourself! Nye Tien glanced at Tang Shishan and immediately formed a seal in his hand, and endless energy gushed out from his body. In an instant, the situation of the world changed suddenly. In the surrounding 100-meter space, all the spiritual energy of heaven and earth converged towards Nye Tien. Tang Shishan looked at Nye Tien in surprise and was so shocked that he couldn't speak. Duen mi dien. Open! Nie Tien roared angrily, with a terrifying aura erupting from his body, and raised his palms slightly. Boom! As Nie Tien raised his palms, the ground seemed to be pulled by a powerful force, and the entire land was directly lifted, with a radius of tens of meters, like a terrifying hill. This! Tang Yuyu was stunned when he saw the hill floating in the air. She never imagined that Nie Tien, who only had the 5th level of Yuanling, could unleash such terrifying power. Countless black feather blades fell on the hills in the air but failed to break through the thick soil layer. Die! Nie Tien smiled coldly, his rolling voice was like the final judgment. He turned his hands over, and the whole hill was like a heavy shot put, hitting Tang Yuyu. Tang Yuyu's eyes showed horror. If he was hit by this hill, it would be difficult to bear with such pure strength alone. She wanted to escape, but it was too late. Dragon Crow Night Slash. In the midst of a crisis, Tang Yuyu was shocked, and 9 pairs of black wings suddenly appeared behind him. The 9 pairs of black wings shook together, and the sudden burst of power converged into a violent movement. Boom! The next moment, the small mountain fell, and the surrounding ground shook violently, stirring up several meters of dust all around. Dust filled the sky, and sand and rocks collapsed and flew. It took a long time to dissipate. Nie Tien's face was as pale as paper, and he forcibly used the Duan Nie Dien, which almost instantly consumed all his energy. But he didn't care, but walked over, wanting to confirm Tang Yuyu's life and death. Is he dead? Tang Shishan followed closely with a look of astonishment. Nie Tien's strength is too strong, far beyond his imagination. Nie Tien looked at the small hill in front of him and shook his head slightly. He wasn't sure if Tang Yuyu was still alive. Boom! At this moment, a crack burst open on the hill, and a figure flew out of it, leaping up to a height of tens of meters. It was Tang Yuyu. Tang Yuyu narrowly escaped death. His black robe was torn, his face was ashamed, and he was very embarrassed. And behind her, 9 pairs of black wings trembled slightly, keeping her in the air. A strange creature that looked like a crow but had 4 dragon claws floated behind her. 9-winged dragon crow. Nie Tien couldn't help being surprised when he saw Tang Yuyu's Yuanling. It turned out that Tang Yuyu's soul was a 9-winged dragon crow. No wonder he was able to escape under Nie Tien's Daimya mark. The 9-winged dragon crow is a 7th-order primordial spirit, very powerful. Even though Tang Yuyu escaped from death with the help of Yuanling's power, she was seriously injured at this time, with bleeding from the corner of her mouth, and her body was crumbling like a leaf in the wind. Nie Tien. Tang Yuyu looked at Nie Tien with endless anger and shock in his eyes, and said, I remember you. We will meet later. After finishing speaking, the black wings behind Tang Yuyu vibrated, like a streamer of light, and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Nie Tien didn't chase because he couldn't catch up. The biggest advantage of the bird's Yuanling is that it can fly, which is an ability that other Yuanling warriors cannot match. For other fighters to fly in the air, they must at least reach the realm or practice flying martial arts. Of course, Nie Tien knew how to fly martial arts, but he was exhausted at the moment, so he couldn't catch up with Tang Yuyu, so he could only watch the latter run away.